seven evils are one within me. I am Legion.
I will not do that. I can't do that.
Enough! Let us see how you fare in my realm of terror. Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror. How tastes your fear, Nephilim? Can you feel your death approaching? You shall never wake from this nightmare. How tastes your fear, Nephilim? Your Nephilim power will not help you in this realm, mortal. No! This wretched light must be eradicated! All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Nephilim.
That is impossible.
Well, it was all worth it. Everything. The cuts, the bruises, having to break bread with that Templar. I jest. You were like family to me now. I owe you the world, my friend. But now I'd better shut up before I make myself sick. That was astounding. What you did back there. You're the greatest hero in history. Everyone in Kingsport will know your name if I have my way. They'll sing it for the rest of time. Hell, I will sing right now if you want me to. I can't believe you really did it.
Are those tears in your eyes, Lyndon?
No. It's raining.
It doesn't rain in the heavens.
Well, it does now.
Victory at last! There was never a doubt in my mind, friend. You are a true champion. And so the Lord of Terror falls. May all the souls ravaged by his evil rest in peace. It's finally over. Many brave souls died in this war. Thanks to us, they did not perish in vain.
You truly are the one the Prophet promised. You are everything that all the angels and all of humanity could have hoped for. And, well, you're awfully nice too. I cannot believe it all came to pass, just as the Prophet wished. I left everything I knew behind to fight with you. It was the best choice I have ever made.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
As long as the burning hells exist, there will still be evil, my friend.
Time will tell. Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael. Brother, why? The Nephilim will stop you. No one can stop death.
trail of blood to Westmarch, where angels lay waste to the city. They stalk the streets, killing all they find. But why? Some dark purpose drives this slaughter. I will find out what it is, and purge these reapers from Westmarch, the kingdom I once called home.
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
People are suffering down there. I have to act now.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael to meet me in Westmarch. Go.
It will be done. I swear it.
We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
No. The gates.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets! It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Are there any survivors?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait, you're the monk who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
I promise.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
Is she met? They were innocent people. No, I will not do that.
Ah, we found you.
Tyrael, why is Malthael attacking the city?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
We are the descendants of angels and demons. Malthael sees only the evil within us.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared.
What is that thing?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Never.
Do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
I will not stand for this. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
Is there any way of knowing why he wanted it?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Do what you can. I will save the city from Malthael's forces. My training is paid off. Have returned at a strange time.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Evidently.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How is that possible?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection. No, an obsession with human souls.
Either way, it's disturbing, and I will stop him. The dead deserve peace. That sliver is just a fragment of the Black Soul Stone. How can it help us?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting on the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakis was a clever man, after all.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me, but he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Everyone runs. The question is, what will you do next time?
What's that noise?
Is there anything on your mind, Hadric?
I need you to make sure that no one tells Shen where the Enclave's food is stored. We've already had to move it 3 times.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the order and prove your conviction.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
You've never told the whole story of anything in your entire life.
Well, no. But Dirgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
So you'll finally tell me if you're a god.
There was a great gem market here in Westmarch. I spend many a carefree day browsing the aisles. To think that I will never again see all those happy little stalls, those rows of jewels, and those gem cutters.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met. For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
I used to think I heard my father calling for help, or my sister sobbing. It's only grief. You will move on.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You don't even know what happened to your sisters, so they linger in your thoughts. I know that look. Something's bothering you.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
A man who did what he believed was right.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
I can't believe we're still alive. And it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
Is anyone out there? Anyone?
Someone came for me. After all this time.
My friend Heydreg heard you.
Bloody miracle! Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
You owe me nothing. Follow me. It's safe up there now.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And now he won't go away.
Well, you saved his life. Perhaps he's grateful.
I am. In fact, I'm going to repay Heydreg by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
What exactly was that Death Maiden trying to do in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Until I destroy them, then he will have none. The Soul Crucibles turn the dead into Reapers?
Sadly, yes.
Even the Death Maidens?
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
Is just death in horror. I thought...
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
That would not be wise.
save my friends.
Must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up!
If we turn against each other, Westmarch will fall.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke!
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
And how exactly did you find this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
Attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
Take them to the survivors' enclave. Quickly.
Revenge.
betrays you.
I can bring that down.
I can't do that.
You want more? You want more?
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
Feel my wrath.
No, I will not do that.
You want more? Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. Why this is happening. It's madness!
Bring your men to the Survivors' Enclave at the Cathedral. Go!
Didn't kill these people, so who did? More bodies.
Death to the nobles!
What is going on here?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
You plot and scheme at a time like this?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
That is impossible.
I told you to leave! Those monsters have stripped my humanity from me!
The angels and their monsters are killing everyone. What will they do to me when they find out what I truly am? My mother and the demon attack she survived. It's all too horrible to contemplate.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
That Death Maiden is controlling the Soul Crucible. Not for long, though.
Down upon yourself, mortal.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me. How? I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.